Hi, it is Greg from the All Seeing Guys. If you're a long time listener, thanks for sticking around. If you're new to the show, welcome. By all means, hit us up on Twitter, the All Seeing G, or on Facebook at the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. We welcome anyone on there to join us for a bit of banter, or drop us an email at allseeingguys@gmail.com. And of course, podnose.com, a great network we're part of. Please get on that. Thanks for listening. Share the show. Hit us up on iTunes as well. Rate and comment, please, would be awesome. Please enjoy the show. Tack it in!
The All Seeing Guys. Living with All Seeing Guys. The living room.
With Greg
The All
and
Seeing
Joe.
Guys. The living room. The All Seeing Guys. The living room.
The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys.
Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to episode 19 of All Seeing Guys. I am Greg.
And I am Joe.
And we've already said All Seeing Guys. So we're straight in. This is episode number 19.
Man, we're so close.
We're so
So close
close.
to 20.
Creeping up on that 20 still,
It's-
little
man,
by
it's-
little.
No, we're doing well, man. We're doing well. Bearing in mind that, there are other people out there doing, weekly podcasts.
Ah, fuck those.
Fuck that. Oh, sorry.
We have jobs.
We do have jobs.
I hope you enjoyed the last episode. We had a great time doing that one.
Oh, man.
We just
that
went
was
to the pub.
So much fun.
We just went to the pub for multiple days with a microphone.
Was a fair bit of a challenge for you.
Yes, I'm sure the episode was a challenge for you.
Not really.
But
Just going to work the next day.
Gonna work was pretty let's not talk about my stock take the morning after. that was a day.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But since then, we've been good. It's we're recording this at Joe's humble abode. Humble abode. Once again.
Once
But
again,
we're in
old
the
HQ.
living room. We're in the living room this time. We're not in the kitchen.
We're slowly doing a tour of my flat. We're
Where
going to be
are
in
we gonna be next in
the
shed.
shed.
I'm glad we didn't go for the bathroom. Straight to the shed.
Yeah, straight to shed.
Best till last.
Yeah,
Well, we had just had a good weekend.
we did. Yeah, it was your day of birth.
It was my birthday. Yes.
It was.
So this is a Monday night, and we were out Friday
Saturday.
night on the pub, and then we were out for the day Saturday.
I keep forgetting you were there.
Yes, thank you.
on
Fantastic.
Friday, not Saturday. I
Yes,
just
my
keep forgetting.
parents came down.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, I got to see your parents. Your dad enlightened me with stories of telling his friends about our podcast, and them coming back going like, "Oh, I don't know about that, mate. Bit too much swearing for my liking."
A
Like,
bit too much fucking swearing, mate.
mate,
Don't
I
really care about that.
cried with laughter when he told me that. It was so funny.
But then we spent Saturday going for burgers and beers in various establishments.
He did, yep, and that was great.
Yeah, it was a good day,
I
man. It was a
enjoyed that.
cracking day, man. I really enjoyed that.
And we went back to like Waterloo to kind of sort of like finish things off and stuff like that. And we
That's
went
when
to
it really
the-
got started. To be
yeah,
fair.
that's to be to be fair, like that's when it really got started. Like we were in the hole in the wall pub, and I went out to the toilets, and
We just walked in.
yeah, we literally just walked in. I went to the toilet, and the where the toilet is, there's also like a beer garden. You're not pissing in a beer garden.
Yeah, you know,
But, like, it's right
questionable
near it.
though. It's questionable.
And lo and behold, out in the beer garden, we saw some old friends that we hadn't seen in a good 2 or
Yeah.
3 years.
And then Jaeger happened.
Yeah,
In-
no, a lot
in
of- yeah,
lots of it.
we bumped into friends of ours, Tracy Falco, and Carl
Carl
Adams, and his wife Rachel. And as I said, I haven't seen them in years.
So yeah,
And Carl proceeded to buy us Jaeger.
I
after
brought around a Jaeger as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I brought around.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, you know, it's my birthday. I'm not gonna hold back and expect it all delivered to me in a platter.
That was fucking. It got ridiculous in that pub.
Yeah, it did get ridiculous. There was Jaeger flowing, and I definitely hit my drunk stage.
You did well, sir.
Yes, I managed to hold back from throwing up till 11 p.m. Which, you know, I'm sure to many of you won't even sound that late, but we had been out all day.
We would drink like from what, like
We met at
Half
midday,
one?
we met like midday and got to the pub uptown and had food and beers, and it went on from there.
yeah, man.
We had many a shot well, I didn't have a cocktail and a teapot, but they were happening.
There were shots and teapots and everything. But it was man. It was a really good weekend.
Yeah,
I
it's
enjoyed
good.
that. And happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. 32 years old.
Can you believe it?
Oh, no. Yes, I can, actually. I
can?
feel about 40. I don't know if is that old? No, it's not, I
40?
guess.
Well, you're only 8 years away.
Ah,
That's horrible, isn't it?
yeah, that is horrible.
I'm kind of hoping to be dead.
I
by then.
haven't even thought about that.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping to be dead before then.
Oh, but that sucked for the podcast. How boring would that be?
I know.
Just you sat there like weekend at Bernie's. With just headphones and sunglasses on.
Greg really hasn't dealt with the death of Joe that well, so he dug me up and stuck me
Dressed you up.
stuck me in Bermuda shorts and a pair of sunglasses. He's just.
Cat keeps going. I can't believe you said that, Joe. I've just got like a talk boy playing old snippets of you from previous episodes. Can't believe you said that again. Topical.
Again. Oh, when will you change? When will you change?
Before we get into what we're going to be discussing this episode, I think we'll go with a different one. A bee in the bonnet.
See, it's been a fair while since we've done a bee in the
well,
bonnet, isn't it?
Like an episode.
I don't really count the segment episode. Like, it doesn't really count as us doing a bee, because that was just like a run through.
Yeah.
But this is us go, like, the first episode was bee in your bonnet.
Wasn't the first time we'd done bee in your bonnet though.
Well, the first episode was.
Yeah, but not the last segment.
Oh,
the
no.
segment episode. So we've done one recently.
But yeah, I mean, with the way these go out and stuff like that, it's been a month.
It's confusing. It's been a month. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go with a bee in your bonnet.
Bzz.
Shut up!
So we were uptown recently.
Yeah.
And it enlightened me on something I've noticed a fair few times I've been up there, which is fucking ridiculous.
Are you
There is a hell of a lot of Bella Italias
Yeah. Now,
in central London.
I've never been to Bella Italia.
Really?
Never.
Well, they're everywhere.
I know, and
You have no excuse.
I know I don't have an excuse, but it's just like, well, I don't see what the big deal is. if
There
there's,
isn't a
like,
big deal. There's no
50
big
of
deal.
them.
There's so fucking... They're more than coffee shops. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many. I walked
It's
around...
the new Starbucks.
Well, for a while, it was a battle, I think, between Bella Italia and Pizza Express, because there's a fair few of them around. But I actually think
Yep.
Bella Italia is winning that war.
I think so. I mean, maybe they have more to offer, because I mean, Pizza Express seems like a pretty like one-way street. I mean, even though they do more than just pizza, but it's just like, you put the name pizza in your restaurant title, you're gonna think like, well, we're gonna have to serve pizza. Bella Italia could just be loads of Italian shit.
It is, yes.
That's all it is. Yeah.
It used to be called Bella Pasta.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't
Don't
like
like that.
Bella Italia.
I sounded like Harry then for a minute.
Bella Italia, formerly known as Bella Pasta, is a chain of over 80 Italian restaurants operating in the United Kingdom, and 79 of them are in central London.
Where's that one? Where's that one outside of London?
Well, funny if you say that, it's just opened up in Kingston.
That's still London.
I know, but not really. Yeah, it is, but your address isn't London, is it?
Yeah.
Man, it started life actually as two small restaurant chains. One called Pacifico, and one called Pizza Land. I don't fucking know.
Pizza Land sounds terrible.
But I don't know if this number has changed. But I counted 16 locations in Central last time we were up there. 16
Fucking
and
hell,
where we went.
really?
Yeah. I couldn't get a list of the Pizza Express locations, only the fact there's over 400 in the UK. So in the
can't
long
believe
run,
it.
there's more of them than there's Bella Italias.
Yeah.
But I saw more of them, so they're catching up. I imagine they have like a silent war going on that us daywalkers don't see. Like a secret pizza.
Mate, there's two in Kingston.
Not Bella Italias.
No, in Pizza Express.
Yes, there is, yeah. But now there's
So
going to be Bella Italia. After I'd written
Oh,
all
mate,
this...
the war is right on our
After
doorstep.
I'd written all this, we were in Las Iguanas and we were like, I can't believe the Tesco's closed across the road. I wonder what's going on.
Oh,
Maybe it's not
yeah.
closed. There's still posters in the window. The next morning, I walked past it and there's a big poster in the window saying, coming soon, Bella Italia.
Coming soon, war.
On your doorstep.
Mate, that's just down the road from the Pizza Express as well, mate.
Hey,
That
it's
is
across the road.
turf.
It's across the road, man.
Bella is on the turf.
It's going to be bloodshed, sir.
It's going to be nothing
It's
but
going to be
bloodshed.
mayhem.
Yeah. And we'll be there to witness it.
I doubt we'll be going there, to be fair.
I mean,
But you've not been, so you
I
don't
haven't
know.
been, so maybe I should go.
I confuse them with Spaghetti House, whatever it's called. or-
Spaghetti house.
Yeah.
A house made of spaghetti.
It's called, I swear it's called that Spaghetti House. There's a few of those around the little chain.
I've never seen that.
Well, anyway, in this episode, we're going to be getting filthy, knee-deep in juice. So grab your overalls, grab your wellies, and your hard hat, with the old-school mining light on top, so we can slosh into the modern love, or as we're going to call it, Modem Love. But as they say, before you go forward, you need to go back, which makes no sense, and I'm fairly sure retro to... What? What's so funny?
It was the use of the word slosh. That really got me.
Back in
Oh,
the first episode, we talked about the Victorian era of clothing being retro today and joking about how, if you made a shop of it in Shoreditch, people would buy it. And I discussed, I wonder what sex was like back then in
God,
the
your
Victorian
memory's
area.
good.
But I keep notes, man. I keep notes. And it was recorded. Like, it's,
Yeah.
it's in the first episode. It's out there. So I thought, why not start there? It does my internet history no favors when I look at things like this. On the podcast. I'm never going to take my laptop or my iPad to fucking.
I don't
SeaWorld.
do a whole lot of research on mine, but I can assure you it's fucking suspect.
So I mentioned before that sex in the Victorian era is probably wet, stinky, and hard work. I mean, like getting all those layers.
Really
off.
dank.
Yeah, like
Really
getting all
dank.
those like Fort Knox of clothing to get. You know, by the time you actually get to the sex, you've just taken off like 16 layers.
You've had a bit of a workout already.
You're just like, oh,
your arms were a bit tired.
Just give me a minute, or you just get started, and when I'm ready, I'll join in. But I found some sex tips from the Victorian era.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, but yeah, I thought so. So, orgasm contests. It was believed that when trying to conceive, the child would turn out more like whoever had the best orgasm.
See, that's a lie because
it's
it's a complete lie because the orgasm wasn't invented until 1984.
What, when you were born? The birth of Joe/orgasm is upon us.
I was a shining star.
3 men following you. And this one, so if you have sex and
I could have chosen any year then, but for some reason,
you chose your birth.
Yeah.
Yes,
I could
of
have said anything.
Yes.
1976.
So there was no substance to your story at all, was there?
No, it was just a very silly joke.
Oh, it was very clever. Well done, Joe. If you have sex and you want to have a child, you dance around the room. But if you don't want to have a child, don't want to fall pregnant, then you trot on a horse.
I mean, that makes sense because it's like shaking like the last of the ketchup out the bottle, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. But is it shaking it further
If you're on a horse, like bouncing up and down, you're just like you're trying to get all the man ketchup out of you, all that out of you.
So the next day you trot on a horse.
Yeah,
or if you want to get pregnant, you dance straight away.
The bounciness of the trot.
Did you write this book?
No.
Huh. Well, apparently, also masturbation will stunt your growth and make you crazy.
Again, wasn't created until later in the.
So crazy midgets were judged, I imagine, quite harshly.
How do you think masturbation was invented? Who do you think who discovered that? Oh,
early on, I imagine.
Do you make it like the Bronze Age?
Yeah, I reckon. I do. I reckon.
I'm just wondering, like,
I reckon it was one of the earliest tools we figured out to use.
Yeah, what person decided just like I'm going to pull on this until something happens?
I reckon people just naturally did it all around the world.
I think it was just like put in their brain.
I don't think it's something that became popular, like, you know, in the 1800s. Masturbation finally hit Rome.
It's like when I said like what Greek
Rome
person,
wasn't wanked in a day.
I said like what Greek person thought about putting their penis in a bumhole, and like who was the first?
All of them.
Yeah, I know that, but it's exactly the same thing. Who created masturbation?
Everyone.
Who created female masturbation?
What?
Maybe a female.
Yeah. Well,
maybe.
If it was your idea, I guess well done.
It wasn't my idea.
I'd like to see that in Dragon's Den. Flirtation leads to disease.
Well, the condom wasn't invented until 1972, so I mean.
And if you could, your fucking dates. And if you couldn't come at the same instant as your partner, you were a failure.
No, you were a pagan. You were burned on a stake.
Have sex with your husband as little as possible.
That's a rule that apparently carries on today.
Does your husband want to kiss you? Plan your escape. Don't sneeze.
What? Why escape that?
Lazy sex will turn your children ugly.
I've got some questions for my parents.
Pay attention.
I feel like I could be handsomer than this.
Pay attention to the wind.
What, the direction?
When the
of it?
wind is blowing from the north, will turn out stronger. So having sex in various winds.
That also suggests that you have to be outside for it, though, which is kind of kinky.
Today, sex has definitely changed.
Well, yeah.
I'd love to see a woman, like a student, going past uni halls trotting on a horse. And just being like, oh, trot of shame.
Like, oh,
trot of shame.
Trot of shame.
The trot of shame. Oh, she's trying to make sure that child doesn't come to pass. She's trotting through Kingston.
Trot of shame.
Heels in her hands, holding onto the reins.
Doing the old lady Godiva.
So let's dive in to modern day.
Balls deep? We're going balls deep.
Remember the good old days of courting?
I'm aware of them.
Courting,
I believe
sex everywhere.
Sex everywhere.
I have passed people having, people having sex in public. Have you seen that? Not done it, seen it.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. Let's not go down that route.
Yes.
Have I ever seen it? I can't even remember. No, I saw a woman pissing in the park once. That was kind of weird.
That's not sex. You're doing it very wrong if you think that's the way it works. I remember walking back through Tolworth and passing down like a dark alley and just seeing some guy doing some girl against the wall from behind.
That's fucking awesome.
I was just like, oh.
I remember hearing about a
That's
news.
happened.
There was a news story about people that had like crept onto like one of the like pillars of Windsor Castle and like banged
Nice.
each other fucking senseless.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
But what I'm getting at is sex is actually everywhere. And I'm not
It is literally
complaining, I'm
everywhere.
just stating the facts.
That's why no one's.
It's very different to how it was many a moon ago.
That's why no one touches the bar rail on escalators anymore because it's all just covered in spunk.
Everyone's having sex. in the
Everyone's having
underground.
sex and there's just loads of cum
Ah.
everywhere.
Ah.
I feel like I've been through life and I've definitely seen someone banging outdoors. It's now making me realise of scenarios I've been in, and I realise it's happened too much. But let's not go into that.
Well, what I'm saying is that sex being everywhere now is kind of gone beyond dating apps now. You know, now we have sites for affairs or just quickies, or you can find anyone pretty much with anything you're into. Anything you want, you can go online and you can have someone at your door fairly soon to do it with you.
There's now like subgenres of dating sites, isn't there?
You know, shame isn't shameful anymore.
No.
Nowadays, you aren't alone with your fetish.
Ah.
So we're going to look firstly, and here we go, Harry, little list, at the 10 most popular fetishes, according from the article on the richest.
You've taken over my corner now, have you?
So
You've taken over my soggy corner.
And you know, you'll like this because
I will like it.
you won't. No, you won't actually. Because counting down from 10, one of them is adult babies.
Fuck's sake.
Very popular.
Why?
Very popular.
Why?
Mate, number one.
Fuck off,
in terms of fetishes.
Are
yeah.
you kidding
Unless
me?
I'm reading from 9 to 10, I've written them out. It's not a screenshot, so it could be 9 to 10, 9 to 1 or 1 to 10. Anyway, adult babies is what we're written down first.
That's ridiculous.
Swinging and group sex.
Yeah, that's been fairly common for a good 50 years, isn't it? Like
50 years? Are you just making up dates again?
Yeah, that's my
for
thing.
50 years, it's been fairly
For this
popular.
episode, I'm going to be dishing out
So don't believe
wrong
anything
dates.
you hear at all. Cross-dressing. Oh, no, I've missed one out. Water sports. The act of being aroused by urine.
Fair dues.
I remember working with a guy once who told me he went on a camping trip. He was pissing in the shower, and she was in the shower with him, and he just forgot she was there and started pissing. And she was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I love that popcorn smell." And the night ended that night of them being drunk,
With them having popcorn.
and him pissing on her in a bush.
Brilliant.
And she loved it apparently.
Did he give her popcorn afterwards?
I don't think they had it. They were camping. And then we have cross-dressing, which is, fairly...
I mean, again, that's been around for a good
You
7
see
years.
it quite often, to be fair.
I mean, Deirdre usually has some sort of...
Yeah, but working in retail, I see it quite often, people coming in.
When I used to work in, the ladies' wear store, I definitely remember at one point a dude coming in with just, 3 skirts and just like, "Can I try these on?" And I was like, yeah. And I just assumed it was for a stag do.
It could have been.
And he was equally as embarrassed as I was, so he kind of just like...
Well, I've had that, but the guys have been dressed in female clothing when they've come in.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
So there's been a fair few. Foot worship, the most common of the non-genital fetish.
Just that description there is quite impressive.
And it's true, because girls at work have been like, guys love feet.
But why do girls hate feet? I'm not saying in a sexual sort of element. I just know a lot of girls who don't like feet.
Yeah.
Just in general, just
well,
don't like.
What is there to like about men's feet?
I used to work with a girl once, and we found out. No, it's true. This is years and years and years ago. I used to work with this girl, and she had she hated feet. Not again in a sexual element. She just really fucking hated them. So me and 2 other dudes all took our shoe and sock off, and we all took a group picture of our feet and printed it off in 8x10.
Oh man!
And presented it to her, and she was like, "I hate every single one of you." That's pretty funny.
I remember working with a girl that used to go on about hating feet. No, nobody's going near my feet.
I'm starting to think that's just a ploy. That's just a ploy, mate.
Half a feet a day, she go, "Oh, my feet hurt.
Somebody rub my
Nobody's
feet.
touching my feet." Spanking is following
Choice.
foot worship.
That my little congratulatory
Not bad,
pat on the bottom.
Voyeurism and exhibitionism. Watching sex or exposing themselves in public.
Yeah, fair enough.
I remember being on a school trip.
I mean, I've technically exposed myself in public.
Yes, I hope we all have.
But not for sex.
Technically,
reasons.
no, you have. There's no technicality about it.
Yeah, no, I have done it. Yes.
I remember being on a school trip in Barcelona as a kid, and a man in a trench coat jumped out and flashed himself to some girls. I didn't see it, but it was all the talk.
All the rage.
Yeah. But there was a meeting about it. Next time we went to Spain with the school.
Fantastic.
Remember that time? Go. Rubber, latex, leather.
That kind of shit freaks me out.
Yeah.
Always freaks me out.
Like the gas masks and shit.
Yeah, man, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Bizarre magazine.
Yes,
Do you remember that?
I like that
Um,
magazine.
It was good because it had some really fucked up shit about it, and I remember finding out about a book about a kid who like got fucking spiked with LSD and thought he was a messenger of God.
Wow.
I only found out about that book via Bizarre magazine.
Oh, of course.
Um,
I remember you telling me about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good book.
Yeah.
It's Out of Time by James Fountain.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Welcome
go.
to All Seeing Guys.
You're
Book
welcome,
Club Hour.
James. But yeah, man, there was always just like leather shit in that, and I was just like, nah, I don't get it. I just don't. I just don't
I
get
don't
it.
get that leather
Like,
shit.
I just don't get it. I really
Well,
don't.
not too far similar. Next one is sexual roleplay,
Okay.
which kind of falls into that unless you're going for like character roleplay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm the milkman. I'm here. Let's have
Classic.
sex.
Classic.
I've come to fix the microwave.
Yeah.
Or the mummy daddy
Me-
stuff or whatever it
Oh,
is
okay.
people pretend to be. Hercules and Xena.
The mummy daddy play.
And then we have domination and submission.
Now that's like that shit is massively possible.
Possibler?
Popular.
That's
shit's-
nothing like possibler.
I know. All right. There's a lot of.
I
there's-
figured you're gonna say possible, not popular.
That shit's very. I know it's very possible. It's available.
So where can you find these things? Where can you find this? That you want this? Where are you gonna go?
The internet.
The internet. So we have one place here called Blender.
Oh, nice segue, dude.
Blender.
Nice segue. Lured me right in with that one, didn't
So
you?
the lowdown on Blender is free for iPhone. It asks to link your Facebook to access your location, photos, interests, plus friends who are signed up too. Links you up to singles who are up for sex in your postcode. The more info you put on about yourself, the more you're going to see about others. Very popular with young professionals
Young professional. What's considered a professional?
who aren't shy when it comes to
Professional
no
what?
string sex.
Professional paperboy.
People that are looking for no string sex.
Not bad.
Hey, what do you think about that?
I
It's
mean,
easy, man. Like, easy. Can you imagine growing up with this shit? We never
Yeah.
had this.
Nah,
We had to get and talk to people.
awful. Terrible
talk.
experience.
Court. Not groom, but like
Mate, I went through.
manipulate.
Through, no. I went through my entire teenage years with no courting whatsoever, or whatever was considered courting. I was just like, nah, it's just hanging out, innit?
Court was just like, kind of like you. Can I kiss you in the alleyway?
Mate, even in my fucking teens, I was just this awkward little fuck. Like, I still am now. I just can't fucking be dealing with.
I
this
would
shit.
hold back all the way until a girl showed interest in me.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
No.
That was always
I'm
the way back then.
way too anxious.
I
and
wasn't
I'm
gonna go up to anyone.
Way too anxious and awkward to be making advances.
I hated watching people go up and hit on women. I was like, oh my god, it's
It's
so
like,
embarrassing.
oh, it's so easy.
Yeah, but embarrassing to watch. I always found.
I always used to get told like when Kat used to work at the pub and she was just like, that girl was flirting with you, and I was just like, nah, because I'd be like, I would had like 5 pints or something, and I'm just like, nah, man, it's ridiculous. Why? I'm
we're just
wasted.
chatting.
Just snorted a load of Tabasco. What's she gonna want to do with me? Like,
She heard you were hot stuff.
ridiculous. I hate
I'm
that
just
shit.
taping my
I
balls
really-
to
man,
a
I
fucking
really hate-
napkin.
I really hate that shit.
We also have Tingle, the
Tingle.
lowdown. Its radar system obscures where you are. Obscures.
If you would,
It basically knows where you are, and you have to wink at users before they can view your profile. A chat service means you don't have to give your number out, so you wink at them before they can see your profile.
what?
It's like a friend request, I guess, but a wink request.
But is it like, do you actually
Wink.
have to like send a picture of you winking? I bet many people get that wrong. Just send a picture of them wanking. I don't have that statistic. But the thing is, like, so this is what we've had so far. We've had blind. Was it binder or blinder? Put in a blinder, bluff.
Blender,
A bluff.
Blender,
Blender
and Tingle.
and Tingle.
Ridiculous names.
They're very ridiculous. But there's always these are all people that have tried to be the new Tinder. For some reason, Tinder really fucking kicked off.
I
didn't
actually have Tinder on my list next.
it?
Actually,
I kind of feel where that was
Tinder
coming.
is about as 21st century as it gets. It's literally shopping for peoples.
Sounds like Charlie Brooker wrote it.
Tinder at work, in meetings, maybe during lunch, and definitely when you're out in the bar. Tinder has
That's
become
it now.
tricky in the sense of some people have caught on and realised they are decent human beings on this app. However, if you were to right swipe on a Saturday at 2 a.m., you're not going to wake up alone.
Wow, what a selling point.
So, dating in general, this is what a woman put up about who used Tinder. And she said this is what it taught her about life and dating.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to go all this way, but only a couple of them. If you didn't know you had a type, you do. Hence the quick fire where you can absolutely hate or love someone's face. There is no smooth way to start a conversation with a total stranger, with whom the only thing you have in common is the belief that you are both not ugly.
Well,
It's okay to dislike someone solely off the Facebook friend that you have in common.
this is the ramblings of someone that got fucking swiped right sort of swiped left too many times. It was just like, there's no matches for me.
A clever one-liner goes a long way.
This app is bullshit.
If in the main photo there is two guys, the actual guy will always be the less cute one.
It's very true. Yeah, no, like that's a big thing, isn't it? Just like everyone's just like, if they've got two people in the picture,
They're the
it's
ugly
an
one.
instant no, because it's just like, I don't know which one it is.
Apparently, 80% of men who work hard, play hard, have many leather-bound books.
So there's a lot of Anchorman fans on there.
Never trust a man who can take a better selfie than you.
That's actually pretty solid advice.
Yeah. If someone is less than a mile away, put your phone down slowly, very slowly, and run for your life. Having attractive friends make you seem more attractive, and everyone loves traveling and working out and trying things and food.
That's
CVs.
No, that's basically Instagram. What's just been described there. Going to the gym, eating food, and traveling. That is Instagram in a fucking solid sentence.
So on the subject of Tinder,
Tintin.
there was an article recently I read where women with bigger breasts receive more romantic matches on the dating app Tinder. A cheeky test has provided.
I'll tell you why. It is because most likely their picture has a rather impressive cleavage picture.
So they did a test. One woman, 24-year-old, sporting and a modest A-cup chest, put up her natural picture of her boobs. Then with the exact same picture, she altered her breasts to a generous double D. Exact same picture, and got far more hit back.
Well, there you go. But mate, this is the thing though. These websites are all
Out of the 809 users of 1,000 swiped right for the picture that showed her inflated chest, yet 602 said went for the inflated chest.
See, but this is exactly it. Like these things are all built around first impressions.
One eager user sent a message saying, "Can I have your photo, please, so I can show Santa what I want for Christmas?"
That's a good move. That's a beautiful introductory sentence. That is well played, sir. That's quirky. That's kind of funny. Also, he's probably being serious, but you're not too bothered about it.
And if it's Christmas, it has to be a topical. It wouldn't work in June.
No, not at all. Yeah.
You'd have to sit
Unless
on
he's
that.
really planning ahead.
This
and he's
one,
got 6 more months to be a really good boy.
This one, I don't really know what it says. I think it's actually discreet, but it's spelt in weirdly. DISCKREET.
Screet? What is screet?
It's discreet, but it's spelt weirdly. It is a new app that lets you keep naked photos and sex videos safe and secure. You can only access the files if and the other persons involved enter the password. The idea is you can just it's a play between you and your partner, but you can obviously let people see them as well.
So if you're a bit of an exhibitionist,
good for couples or fuck buddies who want to spice things up in a safe way. It's a solution to revenge porn. I don't see
no,
that's
it's
a solution.
the creation.
It is revenge porn.
It's the creation of revenge porn. It's exactly what it is.
Yes, that's basically controlled revenge porn. Let me help. I like the name of this one.
It's revenge porn with a vengeance.
I like the name of this one.
What's this?
Sexy Vibes.
They're not being discreet at all.
It's an Android app that turns your phone into a vibrator. It can be controlled remotely by your partner, even making long-distance hookups possible.
Hold up. Wait.
That's quite clever.
I've got an Android.
That's quite clever.
So what's it called?
It's called Sexy Vibes.
Sexy Vibes.
So I could, if I looked into it too, I could control the vibration.
Well, no, because you haven't got an Android. So
no, well, I could find one.
That's the problem.
But, I've got R2D2.
I want to just see if this is like a free thing or if this is a pay thing.
Call us proves that we're not keen on the thought of our phone that goes close to our mouse being used as a sex toy.
I mean, there's a lot of radiation in your mobile phones, but if you're willing to stick in your vagina, then you've got some sort of...
Sexy Vibes.
I've got Endless Massager.
Wow.
Masturbator Light.
Wow. Masturbator Light.
I don't know.
That's the free version?
Insane.
Wait.
It literally just says insanely simple and stupid game, but great fun with friends. I think it's just one of those bop it.
Basically, just gives nothing away at all.
Yeah, no, not whatsoever.
Turns your phone
It's got
into a
nothing to do with
vibrator.
masturbation. I can almost guarantee you. There's Vibrate Forever. Hang on. All about vibrate function on Android device. You will love it.
Is this from searching sexy times?
Sexy vibes?
Sexy vibes, sorry.
Yeah, but I put it as one word.
I think it was one word.
All right, well, I'll try two
No,
words.
it wasn't. It was 2 words.
Well, that's
It
where I'm
shouldn't really
going.
make a big difference. Still should show up.
Well, I mean, how long
But
ago?
you did bring up a load of vibrator apps, so...
There's one called Women Feel Love, and it's just a picture of a carrot. This application will make your phone vibrate, and you will love it. Easy to user. It even says easy to user. There's a spelling mistake in the advert for it.
No, I think it's intentional.
Fucking hell, man.
I think it's intentional.
Wait, shall I download this?
No, I don't think you should download. Or actually, if you want to, yeah.
I'm not going to use it.
Oh, well, you say that. It sounds like oh, just for a laugh, like,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be funny if I totally downloaded this vibrator?
And that's how you end up gay.
That would be proper laughs. We also have Pure.
How's that spelled?
Just Pure.
Okay.
Great if you want to find sex right now.
'Cause-
Once you're a member, you submit a request and state whether you're looking for a man or woman and where to prefer to meet, then you'll be giving some potential matches.
I see.
Your photo and tagline are only displayed for an hour at a time, which means you need to move fast.
What, so you've just got to constantly update
If
it?
you're looking to have some sexy times with a stranger, yeah.
Oh, it's so much work, though, man.
Well, if you go out and
Like-
sit in a bar, I want to have sex, here's my picture, here's my tagline, in an hour I change it, by hour 3 you could be getting laid.
So no, that seems like a lot of work. Like,
Sounds like less work than talking to people in a bar.
well, there is that. There's a lot of conversation.
The next one's called Down.
Is this
Down
for
is
the,
an updated version of Bang with Friends. It finds your Facebook friends.
slightly more subtle in the
Yes.
in the title,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes. It finds your Facebook friends and friends of friends on Facebook and chooses whether you want to date those you prefer or just do the dirty with.
Here's the thing about all of these dating sites and apps and things like that is that you want it to be kept completely separate from your actual
Facebook, right?
from your social media sort of outputs. Like if I'm going on adult friend finder and looking for people, I don't want
Joe has invited you to an old friend
What I don't
finder.
want is a link going out saying, "Oh, Joe has liked this picture of this rather supple woman." That's the last thing I want.
Joe has installed Adult Friend Finder and Farmyard Animal Bender.
No, because I thought it was Farmville. I thought it was Farmville.
Ah, but it was Farm Phil.
Yeah, Farm Phil. Who's Phil?
So you're right. You don't want it on your Facebook.
You
That's
don't.
That's fucking hideous.
That's so ridiculous.
I know.
Like when I the things that can completely baffle me the most is when I go onto a porn site and it just says the option to share, and it's like I don't want to do that. Why would you want to share that on Twitter or Facebook? Just look at this incredibly disgusting thing I'm looking at right now.
So this one down actually comes with a set of rules. So this is the serious bit. Meeting up with total strangers always has risks, and more so if the prospect of having no string sex is on the cards.
You're telling
If you fancy giving this dating app a go, here's what you need to remember. Avoid revealing your exact location, keep it vague or change your address. Do a background check on Twitter and type their name in, and Google to see who comes up.
This is why I don't have Twitter.
Speak on the phone before meetings to get an idea of personality. Look for inconsistencies, as such to where they live and what they do. Go on your instinct and gut feeling. I don't know if that's really advice.
Instinct and gut
I don't
feeling.
think that's advice, because not everyone has the
that's
best
fairly-
instincts nowadays.
No, not at all.
We're not really in touch anymore.
Especially when you're not half a bottle of
with our
Shiraz
animal instincts
down your
anymore.
fucking gullet.
Arrange a meet in public during the day. Have your own transportation. Let a friend know exactly where you're meeting.
If you got invited on a date during the daytime, you just be like, that's just lunch. That's not really anything. That's just having a chat over a panini and a coffee. That's not a date. That's not a date.
No.
Nighttime.
Yeah,
Daytime.
I'm not really feeling this up. It sounds like a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and also there seems to be a lot of rules. I feel like they're preaching. It's like maybe I want to live on the edge, and maybe I want to meet someone who I haven't spoken to on the phone before.
This one's called, I think it's called Ender, but the E's are free. So
Wait, the first E or the second E?
the first E is a free.
Alright.
If it's Ender, so it's like free Ender.
What?
Yeah,
3 under?
free. No, oh, maybe free under actually. In the spirit of love, harmony, and unbridled passion, Free Under brings people together for the sole purpose of threesomes, of course.
Oh, the three. I was literally about to say it as well. I
It
was
does
literally
make
going to say, hang
sense.
on, wait, is it a threesome thing?
If you've got to know that people are down to clown, then you can meet up on there.
Not since you've used the phrase clown.
Meaningful relationship. Oh, yeah, you can. I don't know if this is meant to be one or not, or if it's just the bottom of a screenshot I've taken. But I've got one here called Grouper. Now, Grouper is reminiscent of an episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is told that he has literally every disease in the world.
Sounds about right.
And they balance himself out with his body by keeping him alive. Grouper has taken every part of that bad date and stuck them together until a good date is formatted.
What?
So you set up a foursome with a friend and two anonymous people, and you're told to go into a restaurant until sparks fly. Wow.
Nah, there's so many flaws in that fucking plan.
This is very strange.
This is
So when four aroused, like-minded individuals are in an enclosed environment during the guise of bragging about their startup until someone's pants come off, this leads to a sexual move called the Steve Handjob.
Well, that's a play on words.
This all sounds like a lot of weird word.
Yeah, it's just like that's just trying to instigate an orgy.
Well, this one I think you like the name of Meat Bang.
Meat Bang.
But spelled as in like meat.
Oh, okay,
nice
so not
to
like
meet you.
like meat, like meat.
And here I have it's basically find a fuck buddy in your area instantly.
That's my other favorite thing, as well as is you always used to get it in like the back of like Front magazine. There's about 5 pages of just the most hideous like phone chat lines and stuff like that. But there's always be a 1 A4 page one, and it's like, these girls are living in your area, and it's always just like, it will say
she
just
doesn't
like,
live here.
yeah, no, I'm just like, mate, I can almost guarantee you that girl does not live in Sunbury.
We have here what our members are saying of Meat Bang. So John has to say,
saying?
I've tried a few dating apps and fuck buddy sites in the past and was let down, but when I found Meat Bang, I wasn't really expecting much, but within 10 minutes of signing up, a girl messaged me. I know it's just a casual hookup site, but we've been dating to this day. Thanks, Meat Bang. Now let's see what Karen says.
I love the simplicity of the title as well. It's just like, so what do? Well, you meet
And you bang.
and then you bang.
So let's see what Karen says, who is also, according to the picture, a guy as well.
Karen.
Yeah, there's a picture of a guy, definitely a picture of a guy. They've got 2 guys talking about Meat Bang. So that's the only 2 people you have to choose from.
You kind of hope that Karen
Meat
was a
Bang
woman.
is just one of those things you need to try for yourself. I was surprised at how many members were actually near me. Not trying to brag, but I ended up hooking with several girls in my area and out of town. Even had a threesome with some girls off this site. My advice, check it out ASAP.
You know why? Because I thought you were a woman called Karen.
Meat Bang.
Let me tell you, when I turned up, they were fucking shocked.
There are some sites and apps that cater for more specific needs, of course. Imagine like being mid-40 onwards, right? You're in your mid-40s,
Right.
You're married,
I'm thinking it.
few kids,
Right.
maybe even grandkids nowadays, and then you suddenly
Valid point.
you lose your partner. Not necessarily death, but like just divorce or you split up.
They walk out or they
It
die.
would
or
blow
you
your
kill them.
mind now, trying to like use dating apps and just being like, holy fuck,
Yeah,
I can just do this.
it's true.
What a fucking... Could you imagine right now if someone that like people like our parents' age, you just suddenly come out of being married
being like
the whole
14 years, like 40 years old in like 1985, and it's been like, what am I gonna do? How do I get out there? How do I just like get on with my life? Then they wait 20 years and then boom, internet's got it all, and they're like, well, I'm 60 now, but like, fuck it, I'll still
you
give it a
don't
crack.
even have to be widowed or single for this to be the case now.
It's very true. What?
Because you have obviously got affair
Yes,
sites.
yes. The very, very infamous case obviously was recently in the papers as
Ashley Madison. Life is short. Have an affair.
well. Brilliant. Don't you just love that, like that instigating that kind of bullshit?
So they were founded by Darren Morgenstern and someone, I swear, in someone else, and I swear someone interviewed them recently, and they're like married and they don't cheat on each other. They're just
Brilliant.
on the site. But it was founded in 2002.
They basically sat around and just said like, "Hey, look, we're really happy, but there are people out there who are just fucking
So
miserable.
let's do
so let's
this.
just like give them a hand."
So it's a Canada-based online dating service and social network marketed at people who are married or in committed relationships. The Ashley Madison agency is the world's largest social networking community and caters for anyone who is in a relationship or wants to date. The slogan, life is short and have an affair, is
They did not fuck around with that, did they?
Nope. And it received attention in July 15th, 2015, after hackers stole all of its customer data, including emails, names and home addresses, sexual fantasies, and credit card information, and threatened to post all the data online if Ashley Madison and fellow Avid Life media site were not permanently closed.
They did though, didn't they?
They released the first name of customers on the 22nd of July,
Fucking hell.
including some CEOs' emails.
Oh, you's in trouble.
The release included data from customers who had earlier paid a £19 fee to Ashley Madison to allegedly have their data deleted.
Unlucky.
Man, fuck, do you imagine?
That's so.
If you've just signed up as well.
like,
I'm going to do it today. I've had enough. I'm going to join
Yeah,
this
yeah,
website
yeah.
the next day.
Just signed up.
You haven't even looked at anyone's profile.
I haven't even updated my profile.
Yeah,
yet.
you haven't just got a name and your email address.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it's you when they read it
You
in
know,
the
I
paper.
just put a random profile picture on there because it asked me to. I said I couldn't move on any further.
Oh,
Fucking hell,
let me
man.
explain, darling. I haven't done anything yet.
'Cause,
Not
I mean,
yet. I'm saying
being-
the wrong words. I haven't
being-
done it yet.
What would be worse, being caught in the act of having an affair or being caught on a website?
Both.
Both are bad, right?
Both are bad.
But which is worse?
Actually, being caught in bed with someone's probably worse than being caught sat at a laptop.
Yeah,
But
you've
then
really
if,
got
if you
no
then,
way
if
of
you then
explaining.
if you then explain to them that
If you're
you
a
met them
clever,
off the
if you're a bit
laptop,
of a clever and a cunt,
Clever
you could
cunt.
probably get your way out of explaining the website, but you can't explain being caught like fucking balls deep. Like,
where did you I don't know what I know. What's your name again? I'm sorry, I've met her on the
No,
website
no,
20
just
minutes
move
ago.
on.
I don't think you'll be home from Budgeons yet.
I saw actually one in the paper today, which was it was an article about broke university students and a website for sugar daddies.
Nice.
And it's called like Sugar Barbies or something like that. And it's these girls that are like, they basically sign up to this website, and then there's a bunch of sugar daddies on there, and they're just like, oh hey, like, you know, let's go out for a drink and I'll give you some money, and then that basically pays for their tuition fees for university.
Wow.
That's the world. This is the thing that
Thing
annoys
is,
me about
what-
the world. This is the same thing that annoys me of like people who have like Instagrams that say like, oh, check out my wish list on Amazon, just like buy me stuff.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is, and that infuriates the fuck out of me.
There's having worked in Kingston for the many years I have, I've
Yeah.
seen that in various shops I've worked in.
Yeah.
The older man coming in with the young teenage girl, buying all their handbags, buying
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff, and then you see her like a few months later with another older guy, and it's the same thing.
It's bullshit, isn't it? Like, it's just utter bullshit.
As long as it makes them happy,
Yeah, but like, what are they doing to
keeps
that
them off the
extent?
pole.
It's not quite prostitution because they're not always like banging the dude.
Yeah,
And he's just like, no, you know, I've just got all this money and I just kind of want to spend it on someone.
keeps them off the pole.
Keeps him off the pole.
So we saw. I wish I would look this up and we found a photo. We found a poster recently in Surbiton of a new local business that is set up to find your cheating partner or spouse. You can pay them to look and follow your cheating
Yeah,
partner.
that
or
was
spouse.
at
I like
the,
to imagine it's just a couple of guys in a van.
Yeah, no, it's super shady. Super shady, easily. But
Yeah,
I
there's
saw- I
no
remember,
pictures. It's just literally like a poster of just someone's written on Word.
Yeah, I saw it at Surbiton Station.
Yeah.
And it was, I feel like as well, I kind of like created a backstory of it. And it was like two mates who have got a mate and they know his girlfriend's cheating. So they put up this poster and this advert. And it's just like, and then they're just like feeding him like, you know, oh, mate, you know, like, your girlfriend might be a bit shady.
Yeah,
But I saw this poster the other day. Like, he's like, no, he's not paying attention. All right, maybe if we put up like 50 of them in Surbiton, it might work. Like,
On his route to the station,
yeah.
because I've seen them at the bus station, the bus stop on
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Also, which I've seen recently, there's no longer have to do a one night stand anymore.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so you can now. Apparently, the thing now is
Apparently,
a half night
I
stand.
was not drunk enough to forget about this.
Yes, a half night stand.
Yeah.
No staying until morning. One night stands are on their last legs as Randy Brits embrace even a briefer encounter, the half night stand. Spurred on by the rise of hookup dating apps like Tinder, it means the end of the delicate walk of shame the morning after, as you awkwardly ask them to leave.
The middle of the night shame.
Straight as you're done.
The great thing is though, if you're doing a walk of shame at 1 a.m. and you're walking down the street holding your fucking high heels in your hand, you look like you've just been out on the fucking Raz still. So like you can go in and
Get in and out, literally.
let a dude get his fingers stinky
It said
walk home again.
regarding to English culture, no walk of shame, wake up in own bed while we're embracing the half night stand. This guy, the tagline to the picture of this dude, People don't just have time for relationships anymore. Unemployed Brendan, 19.
Brendan, it sounds like all you have time for is relationships, but just not the money to spend on them.
Oh my god.
But this is, man, like, in general, like, I mean, this is, in the last few years, it's become less and less embarrassing to be a part of these things. Like, I remember it being embarrassing just to say you've met someone off fucking MySpace.
Yeah, do you remember that, man?
Like, I've met people off MySpace.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I was like 20 years old. I was like, fuck it. These people seem pretty cool. They're, sort of near London. Go and get drunk. Fuck it. And I've done it. And you'd never told anyone because it was just like, nah, this is crazy
told
embarrassing,
everyone
man.
now.
Like, this is fucking weird. Like, but now it's just like, you're weird if you're not on Tinder. And it's just like, well,
Out of my time scale, I'm afraid.
yeah, well out.
You could be on it.
I don't want to be on it.
No, fair enough.
No, because it's just a lot of effort.
It does sound like a lot of effort, doesn't it?
I actually typed in like funny profiles, like funny Tinder profiles, and this is by far one of the most ridiculous ones that I've seen. So obviously you can just, as you wish, just write anything you want that seems to imply about your personality.
Yes.
And I found this one, which is just really extravagant. This is some dude.
Wow, is that his picture?
Yeah, that's his picture.
Fuck me.
Right?
Looks like Biff from Back to the Future.
He
with
looks
a
like
bleached
he
haircut.
does look like but he's
Fat
been
Biff.
hanging out at like Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Or just like I feel like he needs like an eyebrow piercing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So this is his name's been blanked out, but this is someone from Ashford University. He's 38 years old, and this is his profile.
38 years old.
This is I mean,
Wow.
it's for everyone, man. Who
No,
cares?
because he didn't look it.
Oh no. Well, he'll take that as a compliment.
No,
Maybe you should send him a message.
Maybe I send him a wink.
So, like, on your profile, you put a little bit about yourself, and this is what this guy's written. I am 6'4", live in a world full of midgets. I'm still pretty much a little boy. Punk rocker, metal, yeah, right? Punk rocker, metalhead, never grew up. Don't be paranoid. I do bite and I carry an axe, but I'm mostly harmless. I always wear a vibrating cock ring. All the time. I love catfish. Not. Some days I feel like Ted Bundy. Don't let that bother you, though. Many people are alive today because I never met them. I'm straight edge. That's never ever going to change. No drugs or drink. I'm getting pussy with my personality.
Okay, so two things. One thing, it's obviously complete bullshit.
Yeah, the ramblings of a mental lunatic.
But second thing, if it wasn't bullshit, then he's trying very hard to be funny, cool, and quirky.
Yeah. He's really hit like all of them. He's just like, well, maybe if I be offensive and I mention a serial killer, that might get the serial killer lot around. If I mention I don't do drink or drugs, that's the straight edge crowd.
I reckon a couple people would like that.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, there's probably a few people.
I reckon he would get pussy for his personality with that.
If that's his personality,
Yeah.
he wears a cock ring
Well, I doubt he wears
all
it,
the
but yeah.
time.
Well, then that's why he's always happy.
Man, why do you need a cock ring on 24/7? Like, why do you honestly need that? That's not necessary.
It would be hard to piss.
It would be hard to
It would
piss.
be a mess everywhere.
I just don't understand. Like, I mean, I don't really understand the cock ring in general. But to wear it 24/7,
Yeah, it's interesting.
weird.
So, going back to my half night stand, I have a second.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's all right, it's fine. I have a second woman on here, or a woman, who what she says about the half night stand. She's a mother of one, and she has a 2-year-old son, and she's 31 years old, former model. She says sex is disposable. You do it, you go home and laugh with your mates about it on Facebook.
I hope not.
I didn't think that was the case either.
Nah, I
Is
don't
it?
think. I don't think I've ever seen like an open chat about how laughable someone's one night stand was.
Yeah.
Sorry, half night stand.
Just
Just had sex. Lol. Kept his socks on.
this labourer, who's 29, who has a 4-year-old son from a previous relationship,
Lots of
says,
children involved with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
people.
he says women are much colder. now they want fun in bed, not love.
Why is he complaining? That guy's using the wrong
Yeah, I
app.
don't think he is complaining. Yeah, I don't think he's
That guy
complaining.
needs to be on Match.com.
He's not even complaining. That's what he's saying. He likes the half night stand. He's
Oh,
not even on
okay.
an app. He just likes
I
going
thought
out
he
on
was just
half-night
like,
stands.
I'm out here trying to make these girls laugh, and all they want to do is just grab my penis. It's like, it's ridiculous.
No, man, he says they're much colder. They want fun in bed now.
Oh, sorry. No, I can't offer that.
No, not
Nightma-
fun.
Nah, nightmares.
I mean, I've had.
I only offer experiences that they wish were over in an instant. That's.
I mean, I've. This was obviously all before my time, all the shenanigans. So I've met previous girlfriends, my wife via work or that sort of environment. I mean,
Is
sure.
this you?
Yes, so that stuff happening still then was still happening. You know, people still meet nowadays for the usual channels.
That
But
was-
unlike dating and meeting through apps, it's very normal nowadays. It's
No,
no
yeah.
longer a last resort. It's actually standard procedure now.
Like in a scenario of if you weren't married. Again, this is not going to go too deep, so don't worry about your answers. But like, if
I'm
you
gonna say
weren't,
your
if
arse
you,
then.
yeah, it's not going to go too deep. Brilliant. There's a bum joke there for
Yeah.
you. A nice bum joke.
Yeah.
But if you weren't married, and you were the age you are now, like, what's the options? We got what, like the pub and your place of work. Basically, is the two options where you're going to meet people.
And supermarket maybe.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, we did talk about earlier with
Yeah.
Kaz about the what was it, the aisle?
Apparently, it used to be something that happened like back in the day in the 80s, and now it's coming back where it was like supermarket flirting, where like a single bottle of wine in the basket walking around meant you were up for going for a drink, like, which I don't know. It sounds.
I'm just searching supermarket dating.
Well, that could bring up lots of things.
Singles dating, mate.
No, there was it. It was called Singles, wasn't
mate.
it?
There's a fucking website.
It was called Singles, wasn't it? It was called Singles, son. That wasn't it?
Supermarketdating.co.uk.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Not supermarket.com.
Look at the picture.
Look, this is Supermarket Suite with Dale Winton.
Nah, mate. That is the most ridiculous picture that you could choose. That looks like conjoined twins who are just having
To
a
be
really
fair,
good
the whole
chime in the
website
butter
looks a bit
section.
questionable.
This
She stood
is-
by the bread. Yes, she is. She stood by the bread, by the bakery.
Go shopping for a date. A fun way to meet single people in your area. They all say that.
Yes,
Let's
of
be
course
honest.
they
They
do.
all
Yeah,
say that. The supermarket dating, singles dating concept is simple. Greatest sentence we're gonna hear tonight. Sign up for one of our single dating shopping trips in your local area. 2 days before your shopping trip, you will be sent details of which supermarket store to visit. That is shady as fuck.
That is shady.
This is how dogging is organised.
That is shady.
It's exactly how dogging
It
is
sounds like a
organised.
mob dance, like whatever it is, like a flash mob.
Yeah. So 2 days before you receive where to go, at what time, and how you need to make yourself visible to the other single shoppers. Begin shopping, and before you know it, you'll be meeting other single people looking for friendship, romance, passion, a date, and a long-term relationship. Needy.
Wow.
A bit fucking needy, innit? Fucking hell.
And your weekly shop.
Yeah. Bread,
Milk.
eggs, milk, bar.
Ingredients for
Supermarket
love.
dating is less formal than other types of dating services, such as single online dating, speed dating. We haven't talked about speed dating.
No, we haven't.
We have not. Singles and lonely heart adverts, single parent dating, single dating sites, and free single. There's a lot of words of the being.
Nah, they're really drumming
so
the word
much,
single
so
into
much
you,
single.
aren't
They
you?
really are to
They're
make you feel like
drumming the word
shit.
single into you.
If you feel like shit about being single, read this fucking paragraph.
And the only option they're giving you is go to one of the supermarkets they list.
That's it.
It's probably
Also-
being paid by the supermarket.
Mate, not bad though. Book your shopping trip. Only £2.
You have to book the trip.
Yeah. Well, of course you've got to book it. They got to tell you where to turn up.
So I don't understand. So, like,
To be fair, although we are currently in Surbiton, the actual meet could be in Bromley. So sorry, am I keeping you
that's
awake?
what I'm saying.
Am I keeping you
sorry.
awake there? Sorry. It's the first. That's the first yawn we've had easily.
We're pretty wasted.
Yeah, we are drunk.
as
I'm-
you've probably told. But that
As you're probably told.
you've probably been told already. Before you listen to this, we did send some random knock on doors and told them that
Oh,
we
dear.
were pretty wasted.
have
But
to
I
excuse
don't
us.
understand. £2 for your shop, and they tell a supermarket to go to. So if they say go to Surbiton Sainsbury's at 4 p.m. on a Thursday, that's
Yeah,
how-
but you'll be sent details as to what the other people are wearing, and then you'll send details saying like
sounds
what
a
you're
bit-
wearing.
I don't know. It sounds a bit too vague. I'm
Well-
sure they'd never go to that sort of high-end supermarket. It's probably meeting Dave's shop in
Aldi.
Epsom.
Yeah, they can't get the clearance from like.
Just like a aisle.
Can't even
There's
get clearance
10
from
people
Aldi.
in there pretending they're not there for the same reason. I've got my Maltesers in my bag. That means I'm up for a bubbly time.
That's it. A bubbly time.
Yeah, I meant to say aero.
Did you mean to say arsehole?
No. well, yeah, aero.
But yeah, sorry, going back as well, like even speed dating, like as I was saying, like people like were genuinely embarrassed about using, dating websites and stuff like that. like
So
speed
let's
date.
go speed dating instead.
Yeah, like let's all right. Let's take it away from like the internet kind of sort of format and put it into like a public place. Speed dating's pretty much like Match.com.
Have you seen speed dating?
No, I know there was it was done once down the fighting cocks, but I missed out on it because I
I
was
was
genuinely.
down, I think, when that happened.
Were you
But
down it?
I
I
don't
was
really. It was out back, so I didn't see it.
genuinely terrified.
It was
of
many,
getting,
many
like,
years
just
ago
stuck
now.
into it.
But I do remember being at a pub in Wimbledon for my friend's birthday. There was only a couple of us. It wasn't really that busy. We was having a little beer after being out somewhere else, and it just filled up with all these people all of a sudden who put their name badges on, and they just sat at a table, and this speed dating just ensued.
See-
and we all just sat there, just like, wow,
That's the other thing. I really hate name badges. They make me feel uncomfortable.
yeah.
Like, and I don't like wearing them.
Mm.
And that's the other reason I won't go speed dating.
My name's Buck, and I like to fuck.
Yeah, we should go, but we should just be like the worst people. It's like, yeah, so like skinning baby kittens and
I hate people.
wearing their hinds.
I hate people.
I hate people.
But I like perfect granny feet.
I'm looking for a woman in my life, but I hate women.
Would you be willing to dress as my friend Dave? But on that note, talking about like odd dates, I almost went into the horror stories of online dating on this.
Oh mate,
Like,
there's
I was
gotta be,
looking
like,
into, mate, there's
so many.
so many. But I didn't dive
Because
into
it's
them.
the-
I
it's
now
the-
kind of wish I had.
But it's no, I mean, don't get me wrong, they would be hilarious. But it's like it's the uncertainty which suggests there's gonna be nightmares,
Yeah.
like utter nightmares, because there's no way that you're gonna like sit down at the first table and just be like, well, there's the love of my life. It's gonna be some guy with like fucking Coke bottle glasses, and like his mum's dressed him, just because
In
she
his
wants him
mum's
to get out
dress.
in his mum's dress, which is weird.
Such a pretty boy.
It's like Charles
Mummy's favourite dress.
Charles Manson, fucking being,
Charlesman.
like, thrown at you.
Ah, Charlesman.
Charlesman.
Charles
Charlesman.
Charlesman.
At your service.
Charlesman. So you hear horror stories, and I always went into it this episode, but you also hear happy stories. So you know what? I'm kind of all for it, to be fair, in the long run. Like, you know, like
You know
it's
what?
just the way it is.
It
We
all
live in that
goes-
world.
No, it's exactly it. But it all goes back to Blind Date. The Cilla Black
Ah,
element.
yeah,
you know, that
yes,
was it.
yes.
That's pretty much like the first like kind of dating show. Like, well, dating
That
site.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah,
Dating site, just like
Pretty much.
the TV show version of Tinder.
it's
but
pretty
they
much
weren't-
Tinder, man.
But they weren't just going on stage and having sex.
No,
They were
that'd be something. Wouldn't it?
choosing between the three suitors. This question's for number one. If I was going to go out with my friends, but I invited you to plan the day, what would you have in store for us to keep me and my friends entertained?
Well, if I had my way, I'd lay down a nice blanket, take you a picnic, maybe some champagne, and by the end of it, you and your friends, you'll be scissoring.
Oh, that's
Why did they? Why did
know what
every?
that is, but that
why
sounds
did?
fun.
Why did every
Dangerous.
answer have to be so fucking sexy and flirtatious? When they're just like, you know, what's your favorite color? And they're just like, well, mine's blood red because I love your period. Like, it's just like, what? Why can't they just be honest and just be like, oh, you know, I like blue because it's like it really brings out the color in my eyes, and I just find it really relaxing.
So I've been stung by a bee and I've had an allergic reaction. What do you do? Well, baby, I take the bee aside and I milk it for its honey. And then we get all sticky up in that park.
And
Thank you.
And then when you start saying, "Oh, this stings," I'll urinate all over the sting.
Ooh,
'Cause I hear that
over the
helps.
Sting.
It's a lot of
Oh,
pneumonia.
that sounds lovely, number
That
three.
sounds
Thank
lovely.
you very much. All right, Chuck.
Let's have a Laura fun.
But I'm all for it, I guess, going forward. But you know, while we're on this subject, on a quick note, I'm not sure if it started in it, but there's an upcoming podcast on Podnose Network that is called a Disheartening Podcast, where they discuss online dating and talking to people about the good and bad experiences and
Really?
the apps that we just discussed.
Because Kaz as well, like Kaz has mentioned to me a number of times about a friend of hers who's had some surprisingly amazing dates
Wow.
in certain situations. It probably would have been a good idea to maybe see if we could probably speak to her about those. Maybe we'll go back.
Maybe we'll do an episode
Maybe that'll
at
be
some
an
point where we
interview.
talk to people about their weird experiences of dates.
That's
Not
good.
even online dating,
That's
just
good.
dates in general.
Mate, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, just like not just first dates, but dates in general.
Yeah.
There's got to been some fuck ups. I mean, as a man who's been on some dates, I can't really say as to what a date is, so I'm not sure if
I
I've
don't
actually
really know
been
what
on
a date
one.
is nowadays, to be
But
fair.
like, I mean, have you ever had like any standout dates that went like fucked, or just like anything ridiculous happened?
No, not really. To be fair, it's all really boring.
I've never really like, I really have not been on enough dates.
I don't know if I've ever been on
I'm not
dates.
fishing, by the way. I'm
Met
not
up for
fishing
met
right
up, met up for drinks, but I don't remember being like, let's go for a date.
now. I mean, I've been out for a meal with women.
Yeah.
That's my Tinder
Mum-
profile right there. That's the only thing that's gonna be on
Mum's
my
finger sandwich
on
and tea
my-
day.
Mate, on my Tinder, all it's gonna be is all it's gonna say is just like, I've been out for dinner with women. That's it. That's all it's gonna be.
Dining
Joe,
with women enthusiast Joe Jackson.
Joe 31 from Surbiton. I've been out for women with dinner.
Yeah, that's how you say it. That's how you put it. I've been out to women with dinner.
I've been out with
And a little winking face at the end to be like, I'm funny.
I've been out for women with dinner.
It's a little winking face at the end. I'm funny.
Call me.
Call me. So where did you meet women growing up?
When I
If
was
you
growing
weren't
up.
using these things and you weren't dating, how were you meeting women?
What do you mean when you
You've
say
yet
when
to
you say
meet
grow
one.
up? Give me like an age I would be.
Well, sexual age.
Sexual age.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like I mean, mate. Even
Where would you meet your sexual partners, Joe?
I didn't really have a lot of them when
No,
I was.
okay.
Mate, my teenage years, nothing.
Okay,
Absolutely nothing.
okay. But when the time came, would you be like, "Oh, I've met you at a party. I've met you at the pub.
Um,
I caught
it
you.
was- it was-
you dropped your handkerchief by the train station
I mean,
platform,
there
so I
was-
picked it up for you."
there was elements of scenario. I mean, I've met girls at the pub. I met people through friends, like just
What, the
random.
TV show?
Yeah, yeah.
I like Ross too.
No, I was I met Gunther, the guy that works in the coffee house.
We dated for 6 years.
He raped me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So dating was the wrong word.
Yeah, no,
He
it's
raped
just,
me for 6
I
years.
mean, it rhymes, but like, yeah. I mean, it's that bleach hair and those funny ties and shirts. It was kind of,
These little quips, these little quips.
Reeled you
So
in.
it was just from the pub and work and bollocks.
Pub, like work. On occasions, if you'd go out with mates and they had other mates that were there, you might meet someone. Like it was that kind of sort of situation.
Yeah.
But every time, I was like retarded awkward. There was these
Shit
these.
yourself.
Man, it was just awkwardness. It was just anxiety. Like
Like,
it was
tie your
just like
shoelace together by mistake.
for like no man. For the longest time in my teenage years, there were certain opportunities given to me to have a possible girlfriend, and I was just like, nope, that sounds terrifying. I'm all right. I've got an N64 at home, and also I've just got Legend of Zelda. So I'm sort of all right.
Kind of busy.
Yeah, kind of busy right now. Like, I got a lot on. Like
Kinda
seriously,
busy.
do you have any idea how bad this water
I
temper
remember
is?
being. This very rarely ever happened. In fact, I don't think it ever has happened up in this time. But I remember meeting my mate for a drink. We went to the Ram in Kingston.
Oh yeah.
I think it was me and Lee went to the Ram in Kingston. We were having a couple of beers. And we were all going somewhere. Or somewhere. I think I was going out, or I was going somewhere. We'd met for a quick beer, and we were just getting ready to go. And I went to the toilet, and I came back, and there was 2 girls at the bar. I sat down, and Lee was just like, "Yeah, we need to go." I was like, "Why?" Just like, no, we need to go. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So we left, and he was just like, "Mate, as soon as you left, they came over to the table, and they were just like, "Do you mind if we join you?" And obviously, I'm like married or engaged to be married.
Yeah.
And Lee Brown just went, no, no." She went, "Why?" And he didn't just say. She just went, "We're busy." She was like, "Oh, okay." And they went and stood back by the bar, and I've come out, been like, "Yeah, cool." So he's like, "Yeah, let's go." I was like, "Oh, okay."
He's basically just sort of like, he's just like, no, we're gay. He might as well just go like, no, we're gay.
No. We have sexual.
He's got your back though,
things
man.
planned.
He's got your back right there.
Many
Alright.
years ago.
Have you ever been like set up on
No.
like never been set up?
Never been set up.
Someone's attempted to set me up and it didn't.
Why?
I was so oblivious to it. I just completely ignored all elements. Completely.
That's why it took so long to get to know you.
Yeah. Seriously, no. Just people like if you're gonna tell like also like I mean first of all.
Yes, you've ignored Claire, who was with me this evening. She sat next to you all evening, and you haven't even looked at her. In fact, she's been checking her phone.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
You were looking at me as if like he looks really annoyed. Oh no, wait, he's
No,
building
he's
up to a
just like,
punchline.
seriously, who's this girl? Who's he on about?
Your laptop.
He's gone fucking mental. Yeah, no, I don't like the idea of being set up, like, because
But
like,
you were set up.
well, this is the thing. I mean, it's not happened often, but it's kind of the sort of thing like if you're gonna get set up, I feel you should be told about it,
Yeah.
and not just like
Thrown into it.
surprise. Like I don't like that. That's not
No,
fun.
it's not. I don't think it's cool to do that.
No,
I don't think it's cool to do that.
no, that makes me want to. That makes me want to jump ship.
But then they'd probably know if they told you it's a setup, you wouldn't show up.
I mean, yeah, which is even more betrayal.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up. Like I don't want that. Like don't.
Shifting up for like a boys' evening or whatever. Or
Yeah,
catch
it's like
up.
look, if you know that I don't want to be in that situation, why put me in that
You haven't
situation?
bothered dressing up properly. You know,
Yeah.
you're just meeting fucking Barry from fucking Tesco's.
down the right aisle if I'm lucky. I paid my £2. But yeah, man, like it's. I mean, there's so many elements.
I'd love to show up to one of those supermarket days, pay the money, but just put loads of tampons
Mate.
in your basket and then just walk around.
Mate, it's £2, and then all we got to do is wait for an email telling us to where to go. Like I'm thinking we do it just for a joke. Because that shit. I mean, although it looks like it was made in like '99 on like
Yes.
Alta Vista,
It
it looks pretty legit. I mean, if I click on that link and if I get sent to PayPal, I'm PayPaling someone £2 right now. But yeah, no, man. Like, there's just I think it doesn't matter really what format. If it's online, if it's in fucking like reality, just generally like dating's a horrible fucking process. I would rather just fucking be drunk and sort of get drunk with someone and kind of just have a bit of a chat and a chin wag.
and then half of it
And then
might be
just
like,
Yeah, no, like,
maybe.
you know, just like when you're drunk with someone and you're kind of having a chat, you're talking about a load of bullshit, but you're kind of like talking about the same bullshit.
I get what you're
So
saying.
you're just like, oh, mate, that was really fucking fun. Like, all right, well, let's.
Because on
maybe...
a date, you have to go through the cliche questions of, so what do you do?
Yeah. Been anywhere nice on your
Fun.
holidays?
Rather than you just want to get drunk with someone and talk about,
If
know,
you get
fucking
drunk with someone
some
first,
some
yeah.
proper stupid shit.
if you get drunk with someone first, it's like it makes kind of going on like a date so much easier because you're just like, oh man, this person's actually really fun, and also we're on a date, we're gonna be drinking. If we get drunk, it's gonna be fun again.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of fun to me. That could be fun. That's
Yeah.
why like I like going to the pub. I like going to the pub.
So we gather Joe likes going to the pub to meet women.
Well, it's not. No, I'm not. Nah, because now I've got to explain myself, man. Like I'm not going to the pub to meet chicks because that's just not.
You're not looking for it. You're just out.
Yeah, I'm just.
That
I'm
was
not
almost my
out the
rule.
closet.
That
Nah,
was-
like this just not like. Come on, let's get.
That was almost my rule. I remember
Greg,
a friend
let's
of
get,
mine.
let's get our phrasing right here.
I
Because
remember,
like,
our phrasing. I remember a friend of mine.
get my chow phrasing.
A friend of mine was always like, I'm looking for the one. And I was like, man, you're looking for the one, you're never going to find the
That's
one.
it.
The
Don't
one's
go
bullshit
looking,
anyway,
man.
the one. What are you talking about?
Don't
you're looking
go-
for Neo from the Matrix.
Don't go
Fucking
looking.
hell.
Let it come and find
Morpheus
you.
already found the one. Don't worry about the one.
Yeah.
Just focus on finding yourself.
Don't worry
That's
what
what I hang out
Lawrence
with.
Fish fucking bollocks is up to. Fucking.
You need not worry yourself with the burdens of Lawrence Fishburne finding the one.
Don't worry about Lawrence Fish bollocks.
He's busy,
Just-
man. He's waking
He's
people
got
up.
things on, man. He's got a lot of
giving
things.
pills out. He's got a lot going
his
on.
fucking daughter's a porn star. It's just like he's got long things on, man. But like, yeah, I do need to explain myself. I don't go to the pub just looking for women. All right? I
Looking.
go to the pub to forget about reality.
May I buy you a drink? No. Very well.
Thank God for that.
Would you like a sweet?
That is instantly my response in that situation. Can I buy you a drink?
I
No.
couldn't help.
Thank
I
fuck.
couldn't help but notice you noticing me over there. Can you just keep your eyes away? I'm not really in the mood. I'm just down for some beers, actually. So you just mind, like, you chat to your friend, it'll be fine. I'm
Oh
actually
mate,
great.
I pressed the £2 button. Hang on, this is good. I'm back on the supermarket dating site. So I pressed the £2 button and it says what to expect. So why should you go? Shut up. So why should you go for supermarket dating, singles dating?
What? They love the word singles.
Mate, they love the word dating.
Fucking hell.
So why should you go for supermarket dating, singles dating instead of your other single parent dating sites and single dating sites and single online dating sites or free single dating sites, single sites? It could be simpler by following
God.
6 easy steps.
That's a lot.
6 easy steps, okay? Select a city or town where you would like to go shopping. Choose a date and time. Provide your contact email address. Please note that your details will not be shared any third parties.
Wait.
Always.
So you can choose the area.
You can choose the area, city or town that we'd like to go shopping in. You
Out,
can also
out of their selection or any city or town you
I
want.
mean, but wait, is that still? Why did it go quiet? No,
No, you didn't go
I'm still
quiet.
there.
You just
Okay.
moved away.
All right, sweet. No, it says select city or town where you'd like to go shopping. Choose a date and time. So I'm assuming there's maybe a list. Hang on. City and town. Select location. It's a lot.
What
It's
we
a
got?
lot. Bath, Bangor,
Kingston there.
Belfast, Kingston, Guildford.
Guildford.
There's
Close
no
enough.
K's. There's no fucking K's. They just put London. I feel that's not very accurate.
No, that's not.
That could be
accurate at all.
anywhere. So Hatfield, Hull.
Is the local news agent on there?
No, it looks not. Yeah, I guess Guildford's our best option.
Still quite far away.
Oh, it's quite far, isn't it? Like,
It's definitely a train.
oh,
Train's a long way to go to fucking stand in the supermarket watching people that
Greg,
might be watching us.
there's Cardiff.
Oh, I'm going to Cardiff soon.
So that's
I'm
an
going
option.
to Cardiff soon. We can
That could
say
be a
that
possible option.
And we can say that because it would have happened by the time this goes out. I'm going to Cardiff to surprise my friend Lewis. So maybe
You can say this now.
I'll be down there, but Lewis, I've come to surprise you. But while I'm here,
I was nearly
do
like
a bit of homework.
For a little bit there, I was just like, "Oh, hang on, mate, you can't mention that yet. You're not gone."
We need to go to Aldi down the road and put a packet of porn cooked out Chris in our basket and walk around for 2 hours.
Are you cool with that? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Because Claire
Explain
and
your
Susan
motives.
might be meeting us.
Claire and Susan.
They'll be the ones that have
30
Pop-Tarts
tampons.
in the
That was 30, not dirty.
dirty
tampons in a basket.
Dirty 30.
Wow. But
Well,
yeah,
there you go. Dating online and dating and all that.
just
bollocks.
dating in general, wouldn't it? That turned into a real sort of
Yeah.
just own elements. All
Yeah.
we covered all the elements.
I don't think we probably missed many out, to be fair.
We did
I
miss,
imagine so.
but
It's
that's
like
what we do,
normal
isn't it?
dating.
That's all we ever do.
Fumble
we
our
just
way through
miss a load of bullshit. But yeah, man, I enjoyed that. There's it's nice to know that my options are still open.
We were going to go in with a wankety wank, but we were not prepared.
No,
And
AKA
and as you can
we were
tell-
too drunk.
As you can tell, we're quite we've drunk way too much before we started doing this. So we're
Good laugh, though.
Yes, so we're going to go in with you didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we will not be held accountable if you inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
I think I have the worst life ever. I'm a 14-year-old boy. I am currently suffering from OCD, depression, and anxiety. I am gay, but currently in the closet. I may and probably have Marfan syndrome. I think I'm transgendered, seeming as like a lot of girly things, not like makeup, but more dresses and skirts. Do I have the worst life ever? I seriously don't know what to do with my life. I really hate it. I really hope you can help me. Thank you for your time.
Delete your Facebook account.
Delete any kind of
'Cause
social
that's what's
media.
happening. You were just
What
reading everything that everyone's putting out there that you think.
You've literally picked up on every possible thing to give a fuck about in the
You're
last
hitting
2
high
months.
points on pinball with that one. To be fair, you're hitting all the edges.
Yeah, that's a multi-ball
All the
right
bumpers,
there. That is
yeah,
a
that's a
multi-ball.
multi-ball,
That's a
yeah.
multi-ball situation.
We got a multi-ball. That's a good.
So
little,
that
saying.
is OCD, depression, anxiety. He could be gay, but also transgender.
Transgender.
And also possibly suffers from something called Marfan syndrome.
Wow.
So I'm gonna have to fucking Google what that is.
Yes. Yes. Hopefully, it's not
'Cause I
something
feel
that
like-
serious that we just.
I
seem
feel
naive
like
about.
that's a hipster thing. That is a like oh you've probably never heard of it like
To the
before.
Shoreditch syndrome straw.
I think I've got Shoreditch syndrome.
Down Shoreditch syndrome.
Damn, dude. All right, this is apparently
Where
what
you been? Down Shoreditch. Ooh.
just
I can tell by you're dressed.
okay. So this is from the NHS website as to what Marfan syndrome is. Gotta wait. Oh, it's got to load. All right.
The what website?
The NHS have a
Oh,
website.
okay.
So, Marfan syndrome is disorder of the body connectivity tissues, a group of tissues that maintain the structure of the body and the support of internal organs and other tissues. Children casually,
Partially.
Children usually inherit this from their parents. I fucked up that before as well. I couldn't even say it properly. Some people only have mildly affected by Marfan syndrome, while others develop more serious symptoms. Typical characteristics of such syndrome.
Okay, go. Go.
Be- being tall. Being tall, abnormally long and slender limbs, fingers and toes, heart defects,
Slender Man.
lens dislocation. Those are the 4 common fucking
Lens
things.
dislocation.
Yeah.
As in lens
Where
of
the lens
eyes?
of the eye falls into an abnormal position. But yeah, this
This kid's
14-year-old...
got them all. He's got them all.
This kid's got it all, man. He thinks he's transgender, he's gay, he's got OCD, depression and anxiety. He's balancing a lot.
Bang your mum.
Bang your mum, right? Just
Probably
send
her
you,
fault from the sounds
send
of
you right over the
Probably
edge.
her fault from the sounds of it, if it was inherited from one of the parents.
It's very true.
I would probably say, I'd say just ignore it all.
Just ignore it.
Ignore it all.
I think that is the
That's a healthy
ramblings.
thing
That,
to
no,
do.
no, that right there is the ramblings of a
it-
desperate teenager seeking attention.
Yes, and the healthiest thing to do is to ignore it all.
And it's just like, look, I put this up on Facebook and no one paid attention to it, so I thought I'd just write to you and see if you can help me out.
And
'cause you
nobody
look like
seemed to respond, so
you
I've
kind of
reposted it
you
several
have to
times.
pay attention to it. So like there's that. So like help me out here. And these are
Yes.
all real things.
Yes, and I put this on Facebook too. Because I want everyone to know what I'm
As
going through.
well.
I want everyone to know what I'm going through.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would probably say just ignore it and live your life.
I've got some advice for this agony aunt actually.
Oh yes.
Ignore that fucking letter. Do you
Yeah.
want one more?
I
I got another one.
go on then.
Wait, hang on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Do,
Give me a minute.
do,
Give me a minute.
do,
Give me a minute.
do, 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 do. You are waiting for the next segment of the All Seeing Guys podcast.
Oh,
Thank you
mate.
for waiting. You're next in line.
Oh,
Do,
God, I've got to piss so bad. No,
do,
mate,
do,
pause
do,
it.
do,
Come on,
do.
can we done? Dear Susie. Oh, I gave her fucking name away. Bollocks.
So
All
it's
right.
not real.
It's not real. You're right, these are teenage problems. They don't exist. For personal reasons, I want to abstain from masturbating, but recently I'm finding it increasingly difficult to control my thoughts, especially when I'm in bed or alone. I'm only 13 and I've not been able to find any advice on it. Most websites say it's okay, but I don't agree.
I don't understand. What's the problem here?
So he's 13 years old. And
He's 13 years
he's
old.
13 years old.
Okay.
And he feels like he is masturbating too much, so he wants to abstain from masturbating.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's
I thought he
basically
was
he's done
struggling
he's done his research on apparently, and most websites say that it's absolutely fine, but he just doesn't believe it.
Oh.
I think someone's told him that it gives him like hairy palms. And he's
Yeah,
taking
I
it
think
to
someone's told him something that he's believed, like an old wives'
just
tale.
like if you masturbate too much, you'll have hairy knuckles.
I heard that as you saying there was a young boy masturbating, but he was having trouble in controlling his thoughts and couldn't think about sexy thoughts while masturbating. And I keep thinking about my mum doing the washing. Like,
and it's getting me horny.
yeah, I thought that's where that was going.
Nope, that
I was like, oh, that'll be a good one. No,
no.
that's fine. Carry on as you are. That's fine. You keep doing that.
Yeah, there's nothing
Keep
wrong
going.
with it, is
Nothing wrong
it?
with that at all. Keep
It
going.
should, man. It should not be frowned upon.
It might end up being very, very hanging to the left when you hit about 16.
Or 31.
It would be it'd be curling up by then,
Be curling
like an
up
umbrella handle.
like a really long fingernail.
Oh, that's horrible. I think the umbrella handle comment was sufficient enough.
There you go. When you're younger, though, when you are 13, everyone's just like they're not going to go out like admitting it. You know what I mean? Like when
No.
you're 13, it's
Maybe
it's,
now,
it's
not maybe not
equally
when we were 13.
when you're 13 years old. Confessing to masturbating is equally as embarrassing as saying you went speed dating.
Yeah, yeah. At 13, that would be weird. Yes.
Went speed dating last
dating
night.
at 13 would be
Fingered the
interesting.
English teacher. She was there. But yeah, man, like I don't think that's really a problem. I think you're wasting that person's time. And
No, they're confused. They're young. I'll just let them know it's all right.
I'd simply
I
say
don't, I'm not
no,
saying
no,
I
no.
want to meet up with a 13-year-old boy and tell him to masturbate, but
I
know,
would no. I mean, I'd well.
I'd just be like, don't, it's fine, carry on, don't
I mean,
fret.
if I saw like a 13-year-old, I'd just be like, "Yo, if you ever thought that
I just wouldn't say
masturbating's
a
wrong,
word.
just keep doing it, dude."
Do you remember that film called 13? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, man, that film
Yeah.
was fucked up.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Not
yeah.
as fucked up as kids as I thought it was gonna be.
No, not as fucked up as
Slightly
kids. But
disappointing.
it was definitely on its way.
Who gives a shit?
Yes, I don't give a shit. We're talking about a film that no one probably remembers.
Nah.
So that was our episode. On,
That was.
On Modern Love, or Modem Love as we're going to call it. I don't know, maybe we won't, who knows.
I feel that was a good conversation.
I need to give a shout out to some girls I work with, Emily, Ellie, and Victoria, who brought me a nice little package, which helped us with this podcast.
Yeah, this is
Which
the
basically
reason.
they're the reason we're so fucked. They
This
brought
is
me
the
a bottle of
reason why
Jameson's, which we drank
this is the
beforehand,
occasion.
and then some rum.
Yeah.
They gave me some cheese sandwiches, some soup, a graphic novel, and a badge that said birthday tosser, and some mini eggs, which I ate. And I wore the birthday badge all weekend.
You did as well, didn't you?
Yes. Next episode will be episode 20.
Number 20, man, and boy, do we have something special.
Yeah, we have a special one for you. We have some guests for the next episode.
Yeah, dude.
We have some guests, and we're actually recorded it in a studio, not in the living room. Or
No, yeah,
kitchen,
we were.
which
we
I love
were-
doing. Don't get me wrong, I love recording in a flat. I love fucking just doing it this way.
Because it's natural, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like relaxing.
But we did. The next episode is in a studio, and it is with guests, and it was a lot of fun. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Oh man, I once again, like the inclusion of a guest have made me not being able to remember the entire fucking episode. That
I
we
know,
recorded.
right?
Like
I had a
no-
message from one
no,
of the guests yesterday, just being like, "I don't remember anything we talked
No,
about."
not at
apart
all.
from maybe this.
Like the exact same thing would happen with Harry, and the exact same things happened when we sat down with like Callum and Ellie.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember half the shit that we talked about because I was too busy laughing my fucking ass off. But saying that usually means that it turns out to be a really good fucking episode. So I'm really looking forward to that one coming out.
So we have no music playing to this one. We could if I could bother to look, but I can't.
Let's
So-
end the episode with a bunch of scenarios that we create on the spot that we're on blind date.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to be the
So
date,
this is
and
gonna,
you're going to be one of the
so-
one of the three options. Okay. Sweet.
So this is going to play us out, is it? Us doing
Well, yeah.
yes,
Although I
some-
can't hear anything now.
So, we're
So
gonna,
I'm
we're
gonna
do
be the girl,
a,
and
yeah,
you're gonna be
interesting
you're
choice,
gonna
very
be
straightforward.
you're gonna well you know
Is the girl the one asking the questions?
yeah. So I'm gonna be the one asking. I could have just said I'm gonna be the one asking the questions.
Yes, you could have,
And
but
you're
you
gonna
have to
be the
make
one
preference.
answering.
You've already got a frock on, I noticed.
Okay. So let's
was
have
quick.
a think. So this is Sharon. She's from Chelmsford.
I like it.
Okay, not the
No,
accent.
I liked it.
That was not okay. I can do a better seller than that,
Okay.
but it's gonna sound
Oh, I
like.
didn't know you were doing silly. I thought you were just doing the. That I thought it was the girl.
Oh
asking
no! Shall I
questions.
do? I'll do R. Graham.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do the voiceover of
Yeah,
R.
yeah.
Graham.
Go on, dude.
So, this is Sharon from Chelmsford. She is 25, she works at reception in a Dexter's, and she's here looking for love. So, hi, I'm Sharon. I'm from Chelmsford. Question number one is to suitor number one. If you could take me out on a dinner, what would you make sure that was served?
Wow, that's a real good question. That's really nice. You're there, obviously, they're an intelligent lady. I really appreciate the question that you asked me there. Well, I would take you out for a series of mini meals, because I would take you out for a little platter down the local pub. And I would get nachos, fish finger sandwiches, with lots of lemon sauce with the fish finger sandwiches. And I'd also...
Sorry.
Chicken
Sorry,
nuggets.
is that a lisp? Is that a lisp you got there?
No, it's not gonna
That
be...
sounded like a lisp.
I'm not gonna bring the lisps down.
No,
there.
it sounds like you got a lisp. Is that a lisp?
No, I
Is
don't,
that a
I
lisp?
don't have any
Is that a
children,
lisp?
no.
No,
I
it
don't
sounds,
have any children,
no. It just sounds like you got a lisp. I'm just slightly concerned by
I'm
your
getting
lisp.
some bubbly,
Is that a lisp?
bubble drinks.
Can you just
No,
answer my
no,
question?
I don't understand what
I have
you
a new
mean, no.
question. Is that a lisp?
No,
Do you have a lisp?
I don't have, no,
No,
I'm clean,
sorry.
I'm clean. It's
No, it's not a transmission disease question. No, just answer my new question. Is that a lisp?
No,
It sounds like
no.
you got a lisp. Is that a lisp? Just say yes or no. Is that a lisp? Is that a
Perhaps
lisp?
pseudo number one can interject.
No, stay away, dude, that's fine. I
That
don't-
sounds like a lisp.
No,
Sorry, can you just answer? Is that a yes or no to a lisp? Is that yes?
I don't
Can
understand
you
the
just
question.
say?
I don't understand
Can you
the
just say
question.
yes? You got a lisp. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
So I'll take you to the French tart. And I'll
Suitor
take
number
you-
2,
I'll-
please.
Well, I'll take you out for a meal deal boots and into the park and watch the sunset.
That cheese sandwich.
I do like a cheese
My
sandwich.
favourite. I
dipping
like
in
them as
soup.
well. They're very
Yes,
nice. Very
yes,
nice.
yes.
Yeah.
Whereas I, of course, would take you.
Sorry,
to
suitor
me
number
Aunt
3.
Susan's.
Sorry, suitor number 3. I wasn't finished with number 2.
But of course, I said how rude of me. I sit back and let you towards to number 2. Yes, thank you, John. Sorry, I haven't really given my answer yet.
Sorry,
I
no,
think-
lisp. No, it's a no. It's a no from the lisp. It's a no from the lisp.
Oh.
Silla, I don't like any of them. Ta-ra, love!
See you next week.